Students, welcome back. Now we shall discuss that how British imposed their rules on India. So British had been blamed for much of the warfare in late 18th century and early 19th century. So definitely there were some impact of the war as well. But British, he wanted to hide those impacts. What were those impacts? Number one was law and order was disturbed in the country. It caused a famine in the country, and great monuments were damaged. Monuments mean the historical places, and disrupted trade and agriculture. So overall, there was no stability at that time. Bengal's wealth went into the pockets of nobility or the British rulers. So the wealth was also snatched by the people. Then early Governor General tried to improve the situation in the country in 1833. For that purpose, he introduced a Charter Act. What was the Charter Act? That he gave chances or opportunity to the public to take part in the services, civil services, and for that purpose he employed 1000 administrators by public commission service exam. Now you will be aware of this exam, that PCS, Public Commission Service Exam. It is a highly acknowledged exam. So, but the difficulty was this, that exam was taken in England. It was not being conducted in India, and the second thing was that it was going to be conducted in English language, and the people of India at that time, if you remember, that they were not getting education, so they were not aware of this language. Few people were there. So basically it was so strategically they were moving, that they knew that less people are educated, so they will give the opportunity to their Englishmen. Second was they wanted to govern it like it was governed by the British group of officials as well. And then British then the next point is that salaries, like the historians say that the salaries which was given to those people, that it was the drain of the wealth. It means that lot of salaries were given at that time. So basically they wanted to drain India. Then revenue was collected from local people. Now see that what was their strategy. Revenue was collected from the local people to buy goods and used as shipped out of the country to England. So this was their strategy, that they were using the local people for the goods and then they were shipping out everything to England. It means that they were taking the throne as well. British rule. Now they say that what was the British rule? It was like a sponge. Sponge is a thing that absorbs everything, especially the water absorbs everything. Like a sponge, drawing up all the good things from the banks of Ganges and squeezing them down on the banks of Thames. Ganges, Ganga, Behti hai. Ganga is the river that flows in India, and the Thames is the river that flows in British. So British firmly established in India in mid-19th century. So firmly they established themselves in India. Peasants and the workers' life didn't change. They were living a miserable life. And but one thing happened, that yes, in 1829 the British banned sati. This was the traditional activity, or it was a tradition that if the husband has died, then the woman or the lady would be sati. She will also be died. Then upper classes had big change in way of life. To some extent this thing was there. And then to be anglicized. It was their motto that they should be anglicized. It means that make English in form and character. Their appearance should be as if they are the foreigners or they are the Britishers. In 1834, English replaced Persian as official language of the administration. So in this way they were clean up all the things from the India. And then in 1835 education in English language got compulsory. Now they were basically developing their own impact, that this is not India, this is basically British. Now the next is that they had a view. What was their view? That British had great moral duty. What was their duty? To govern India. Fine. So British reform for imposing their culture were established, but this thing was not liked by the Christian missionaries. New technological ideas were shared, as such as railways. So an Englishman claimed a very interesting thing, that natives of India don't really like us. And it was true that natives means the people, those who were living in India, they were the natives of India. They didn't like them by giving, and it was their point of view that if they will give the opportunities, then they would gladly rise against us. It means that whenever they will give the opportunity to the Indian people to stand in front of them, they will gladly use that opportunity, and they will gladly rise against them. And the opportunity was given to them in the form of 1857 war. So now our our chapter is closed here. We have discussed all the main points, that how the British exploited India, that historians have calculated that in the 150 years after the Battle of Plassey, a sum of $1,000 million was transferred from India to Britain. This helps explain the poverty that existed in India and in the last quarter of the 19th century, and may explain that why the famine. Three famines were there, students. That famine of 1877, famine in 1878, and then famine in 1889. And then 1892 had such a devastating effect. It has been calculated that around 15 million people died in these famines.